And we continue this afternoon on Central Valley Talk. I'm Mike Scott, joined by the author of In the Shadow of Wrath, local author Jerry Mitchell, about to go on a tour to promote the book up to Washington State, you told me.
Yeah, it's been planned for a little while, and I finally decided, I might as well go ahead and do that. And, get up there and get out of California for a while. But I found out the other temperatures are about the same as ours, except,
They're having drought problems, too, up in the Northwest, which is very unusual.
But the person who encouraged me to write the book and actually ended up writing I think the introduction is going to help me promote it up there, because she has some contacts up there. And
so you're going to be signing copies, or what's the plan?
Well, I hope so.
I'm
going to take quite a few copies and the information on the book.
So. You told me it's moving pretty well.
It is. It has been moving pretty well. Not as quite quick as I'd want it to. It only came out in April, and I want to get in touch with the two writers that have made the movie. That just came out, not the Guillotine.
Oh, the Gallows.
Yeah, Gallows.
The local directors. Yes.
I want to get with one of those guys and see if it might be a possibility to make a movie of it about the book. So, I'm kind of checking all this stuff out myself, because it's a learning process for me.
Sure.
When I was researching for the book, found out a lot of stuff about my parents. They migrated during the Dust Bowl, and when they first got married, they lived in a tent on the riverbank in Oklahoma. And like most people from this valley, the older people, they migrated to California finally, and had 8 kids, like people did those days. And I'm the 7th of 8, and they worked hard and had the kids, and wanted a better life for them, for their kids, as the people nowadays want a better life for their kids. So it's
So is it autobiographical?
Pretty much, it's a nonfiction, pretty much about my life and growing up in Modesto during the American Graffiti days, kind of thing, and cruising and stuff like that. We did that, and then I went in the military after junior college, and some of the things I went through in junior college too, but some of the things I went through in Vietnam, and came back, worked my way through school here, and how I worked and what I did to work my way through school here at Fresno State here, But what I learned from my parents, working hard and commitment and keeping focused on the goal to get things done, has really helped me work my way through, and finish the college goal that I had, and then now writing the book.
Yeah. Well, you've subtitled the book "A Veteran's Journey."
Yes.
So obviously that was a major part of your life.
It was, yeah. And I at first I didn't put the veteran's journey on there. It was just, hey, the wrath deal. And I thought, well, people may want to know what happened. Why the shadow? What happened to the shadow of the wrath, and what did that result into? So I thought, well, I'll put the veteran's journey on there, because it was a journey that I've made, and the shadow of the wrath is what originally was going to be the shadow of the wrath, and we kind of switched it around, put just the wrath, and. It's what I've learned, and what from my parents, and the struggles we went through, and even going through school, what I went through.
Yeah.
And after Vietnam.
When you sat down to write it, did the words come easy? I mean, did the emotion just start to flow out of you onto the page, or was it a tough write?
I thought it was going to be tougher than what it was. It took me like 4 months to write this book, and which is almost unheard of. I mean, just things started rolling.
Did you handwrite it, or on a computer?
No, I hand wrote it. I got a rough draft, and I had some people, friends of mine, type it on it. I had to put it on a CD. Then I had to edit it, because there was a lot of little mistakes and a lot of things I had to take out that I shouldn't have put in there. I mean, it wasn't hurting anybody, but it could have hurt a feeling or something. But so I had them take that out, and but it's really interesting. And what else was I going to say about it? But it was an experience writing this thing. Like I said, I sat down like 4, 5, maybe 5 months, wrote it. Then it took me a couple years to get it edited, get it printed, and get it ready for the publisher.
Yeah. And do you remember the day when you actually held the first copy in your hand and said, "I wrote this"?
Yeah, I do. And actually, my wife and I got the very first copy. They sent that one, very first one off the press. We have that. We're going to put it in a shadow box, and the first money that we got from that, which we're going to put that in the shadow box, and because we're procrastinators half the time, so it's going to take a while to do that. Both of us are working and stuff like that. Well, my wife's on disability, so but I'm still working too. It's kind of, and I have another one really kind of related to this one. It's going to be called The Children of the Wrath, and it's about each of my mom and dad getting married, meet how they met and stuff. Then each of the 8 kids, and hopefully I'll have that out probably in the fall.
Have you started it yet?
Oh, it's finished.
Oh, it's finished.
Except for being polished a little bit. I do want to put some pictures in it. 'Cause
Sure.
People get tired of reading. You know, I mean, I like to read, but I like to have a picture or two. You know, sometimes. And I've written a couple of articles for Reminisce. It's a magazine that kind of people can write and read stories and remember how it was way back when they were kids. I've written a couple of articles for that, or little stories, and actually it's come from the book. And it's been a really an interesting journey to learn the self-publishing versus regular publishing and ghost writing and writing yourself. And I mean, it's an experience. It's kind of a neat deal.
Well, I look forward to the second book.
Well, I'll let you know when it's out.
But right now you can buy In the Shadow of Wrath. I'm guessing, what, Amazon?
Amazon, iUniverse, and here at Central Valley Talk.
Oh, here at Central Valley Talk?
Check told me that they had it, or people could order it through Central Valley Talk.
Well,
also.
that's good. That's
and
good.
BarnesandNobles.com.
BarnesandNoble.com.
Yeah.
In the Shadow of Wrath, A Veteran's Journey, written by local author Jerry Mitchell. Jerry, thank you so much for coming in today.
Very much.
Good seeing you again.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And you'll have to come back when the second book's coming out.
Yeah, I will. I'd really like to, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more on Central Valley Talk.